When we were living in Mexico, we were opening up a medical clinic, and I had a doctor that was coming in from the US to help us with the very first stages. And that night I told him after he flew in that I'd been sick myself for about 10 days. And he said, well, since you've been sick so long with those symptoms, I'm going to go ahead and prescribe you an antibiotic. And then he went to rest from his travel that night, and we were going to get started the next day. My college-aged adopted daughter came home a little bit later, and she's the one that got me sick. So I knew she'd been sick even longer than I had been. So I went ahead, and I shouldn't have, but I shared with her my antibiotic, and I told her she could see the doctor in the morning for her own prescription. And as soon as I gave her that pill, within seconds, she had an extreme allergic reaction. Her lips started swelling, her eyes started swelling, she was having trouble breathing. We scooped her up and ran as fast as we could to where the doctor was staying, and he took one look at her and said, she's having allergic reaction, and he gave her an EpiPen in her thigh, and we hoped everything would get better, but the truth was it continued even worse. So he gave her a second EpiPen shot as he told me she was going into anaphylactic shock, and we raced to the emergency room where those EpiPens sustained her life until she got to the ER, and eventually they turned things around for her. And as soon as she was all better, I crawled up on top of her gurney like on all fours on top of her, and I told her, you are dating a boy you know you shouldn't be, and Jesus just saved your life, so you break up with that bad boy and you turn your heart towards Jesus. And I was laughing later. It reminded me that intense, fierce feeling I had inside of me. It reminded me of the verse in Hosea where God describes himself like a mama bear. And every time that I display those characteristics, those maternal characteristics, because I'm made in the image of God, I put on display the character of the Lord. And I think when we allow the Spirit of God and all the unique ways he created us, male and female, to be demonstrated through our lives, then we have the opportunity to live fully and fearlessly in a reckless faith.